I had such a great discussion on the live I did this morning. It was a last minute live. It had a relatively small number of people on it, and it was actually one of the more fun times I've had. And a person came on and said that they used to be anti-vax and they are no longer. And we had this great discussion about what convinced them that vaccinations were not unsafe. And they said that it was specifically related to the fact of how large of a conspiracy it would have to be. And when they really wrapped their brain around the massive size and number of people that would have to be involved for this to be a real thing, it kind of opened their eyes a little bit. And I'm sure there's so much more to the story than that, but it got me thinking, if you are someone who did not previously agree with vaccines or was truly had an anti-vax mentality where you thought this is really unsafe, these doctors are trying to scam me, they're doing harm by us, they're hiding something, and you've changed your mind, can you drop in the comments what actually got you to change your mind? And this is not to start an argument. I truly want to know, and I think medical creators like myself and medical providers who aren't creating, we really want to know, how can we better engage with you? There's a few different thoughts in the world of medical education and vaccinations of what's the best way to handle it. Some people say we need to debunk everything, right? We need to constantly get online and say this isn't true and this is why. This isn't true and this is why. And while I completely agree with that, and there's some really smart people doing that, and I learn a lot from them, there's the other side that says that emotion is really the only thing that makes sense and that you've got to tie into how people feel. The way I handle it is I get online and try to educate about everything so that if you trust me on developmental milestones or constipation or breathing or parenting, then maybe when I talk about vaccinations, it'll be like, well, I trust her. And so there must be something to what she's saying, because everything else she has said, I feel like I could understand, and she backed up with articles and things like that. So I take a kind of different approach. And I've taken all the different kinds of approaches in my exam room. So I'm really curious. This is specifically for people who had an anti-vax mindset and then changed their mind, or you know someone has had that and they changed their mind. What was the thing that got them to do it? Because we really do all want to know. Because if we don't start to move forward together, our children are going to suffer decades of consequences, and we're right there. I read something yesterday that if by April we don't start to get some mass vaccinations on board, we are going to have decades of problems when it comes to measles. We all just saw, there was mumps on a cruise ship. So it's a good conversation to have, and let me know what you think in the comments.